Coming up, the Ramblers women's volleyball team took on the St. Thomas Tomcats last weekend in their home opener. We have your highlights.
Plus a look at the Loyola men's basketball schedule and the new opponents they face this year in the Atlantic 10 Conference.
Also, the Chicago Bears kick off their regular season with a comeback win.
I'm Lucas Khimm.
And I'm Abbey Sileo.
All this and so much more.
The first episode of Rambler Sports Locker for the 2022-2023 school year begins now.
Welcome back to another season of Rambler Sports Locker. It's September, and the Ramblers are looking like some serious contenders as teams prepare to face some new opponents in the Atlantic 10 Conference this year. After leaving the Missouri Valley Conference in July, Loyola plans to make a statement in its new league. And Abby, what can Loyola fans expect from the season this year?
Yeah, this is a huge year for the Ramblers as they move into one of the top mid-major conferences in the NCAA, the A10. There are more teams, which means more competition, and all of Loyola's teams will be hungry to prove themselves.
I think this is going to be a special year.
Absolutely. This week, all of Loyola's fall sports will move into A10 conference play for the first time.
The Loyola men's basketball schedule was announced on September 8th with some exciting matches set for this season. The Ramblers will welcome New Jersey's Fairleigh Dickinson University on November 7th at their first home game in Gentile Arena. Some notable players from Loyola's playoff runs in the past years include Lucas Williamson and Keough. However, second-year coach Drew Valentine welcomes a new squad of transfers and freshmen to work with. Some notable matchups this year include a game against rival Chicago school DePaul University, a trip to the Bay Area to play Stanford on December 22nd, and their first A10 conference game against George Washington on New Year's Eve.
Lucas Williamson's time at Loyola may be over, but he is taking his career to the next level with the Los Angeles Clippers. Nate Keough is here with more.
Former Ramblers guard Lucas Williamson signed his first NBA contract on Wednesday, inking an Exhibit 10 contract with the Los Angeles Clippers. After going undrafted, Williamson was signed to the Clippers' Summer League team. Williamson appeared in 2 games, playing 7 minutes and scoring 3 points. Williamson made it official on Wednesday by signing an Exhibit 10 contract. An Exhibit 10 contract is a 1-year minimum salary deal that gives the team the option of converting it to a 2-way contract so long as it is done before the regular season ends. That being said, it is unclear whether Williamson will play for the Clippers NBA squad or their G League affiliate, the Ontario Clippers. Either way, we're all wishing the former Rambler favorite the best of luck. For RSL, I'm Nate Keough.
Thanks, Nate. Back on campus, Loyola athletes will also have the chance to advance their careers through new NIL opportunities. Drea Baroni has more.
I'm here at the Norville Center for Intercollegiate Athletics to talk a little bit about name, image, and likeness deals, otherwise known as NIL. Through commercial endorsements, appearances, social media posts, writing books, hosting camps, even selling their signatures. You name it. With an NIL deal, any NCAA athlete can profit. For years, there had been pushback from the organization to prevent such deals from being pursued. The NCAA believed that athletes should play for the love of the game and nothing more, despite the nearly $19 billion a year college sports bring in nationwide, according to ESPN. But that stance changed about 1 year ago from legal pressures put on the organization that eventually led to the right for athletes to profit off their fame. Here at Loyola, it was just announced on September 13th that athletes will partner with Campus Inc., an Illinois-based company, to set up an NIL online store. Through this digital store, anyone can buy shirts, jerseys, and other apparel with their favorite college athlete's name right on the back. Along with this partnership, Campus Inc. has offered to educate athletes on marketing trends and sales to help optimize their success both on and off the court. Reporting from the Norville Center for the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Andrea Veroni.
Thanks, Drea. While more NIL programs are around the corner, the NFL regular season is in full swing. It was a rainy day at Soldier Field as the Chicago Bears took on the San Francisco 49ers this past Sunday. The Niners had the early edge, leading 10-0 by the middle of the third quarter. However, the Bears came back to win the game 19-10 after touchdowns from wide receiver Dante Pettis, running back Khalil Herbert, and wide receiver Equiminius St. Brown. The Bears will face the rival Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field this Sunday.
Thank you, Abby. Although the Bears had a sneaky win against the 49ers, there were some not-so-sneaky wins for some Loyola teams this past week. The women's soccer team hosted DePaul in a crosstown matchup last week. The Ramblers defeated the Blue Demons 2-1. Loyola's Sarah Noonan led the Ramblers, netting both goals.
Last Friday, the women's volleyball team hosted the Hampton Inn Rambler Challenge Tournament. In their first matchup, the Ramblers took on the St. Thomas Tomcats. Here is technical producer Julie West with the highlights.
Starting off in the first set, the Tomcats passed the ball slightly over the net for Ramblers number 10 Emily Bannett to take the kill. The Ramblers would win the first set 25-10. Eager for a comeback, number 9 Lauren Galvin slams the ball over the net. Loyola fights to recover with this free ball, but would lose the point to the Tomcats after Galvin strikes them with her 4th kill of the game. With 1 point remaining in the final set, Loyola surprises St. Thomas with this power tip right off the net, popped up by Tomcat setter number 22, Allie Kopp. Despite being struck with this cross-court shot, Loyola would snap back with a quick set kill, securing their win against the Tomcats. The Ramblers defeated the Tomcats in 3 straight sets, moving to a record of 4-4 this season. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Julie West.
Thanks, Julie. The Ramblers are currently 6-4 this season after winning 3 straight matches last weekend, making them the Rambler Challenge Tournament champions. Here are some of the games you can check out later this week. Up first, the men's soccer team is traveling to Pittsburgh on Saturday to take on the Duquesne Dukes in their A10 opener. The Dukes are currently first in the A10 standings with a 5-0-1 record, winning both of their home games. The Ramblers are currently 4th in the conference with a 4-0-2 record. They are looking for their first win on the road this season.
The women's soccer team will be hosting the LaSalle Explorers Sunday and their A10 opener. Kickoff is scheduled for 1 p.m.
That wraps up this episode of Rambler Sports Locker.
To stay up to date on all things Rambler Sports, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Loyola RSL and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From all of us here at Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Khimm.
And I'm Abbey Sileo.
And don't forget to turn off the lights.